Man, I hope this come out clear, man. I got two videos, man. About to go into the first one for y'all. Very important videos too, man. Very important, man. Hope y'all tune in, man. Now I want y'all to remember my analogy on the chessboard because I'm gonna be using that analogy probably for the rest of my life. To me, I might not speak on it every video, but to me, this is really what I'm using because for some reason, um, it's hard to learn game because it's like your mind could be all over the place, um, which is why most young guys really don't got the game. And when you put a chess piece analogy to it, it literally puts structure and gives you it orientation or organizes the disorientation or disorganization, and it just gives you a better outlook. That's sometimes all people need: structure, outlook, and they'll be a whole different person. I could compare this to school, basketball. I see this happen in many different parts of life. Now, I'm trying to think, should I talk about Kino first or should I talk about flirtation and sexual tension, which we spoke on yesterday? But I wanted to connect those two because they connect so immensely in the game, in my opinion, that it's not even funny because most guys who struggle with women, well, they definitely don't know how to touch a woman. They fear almost touching a woman. And I've been there, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember I went downtown, I had this chick, you know what I'm saying? She just was like, "Oh, you sexy, da 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 da." She just was all on me just for no reason and shit. So I'm like, "Oh, okay, shit, take my Instagram, da da da." This is probably like 5 years ago, or some 4 years ago or some shit. Not five, that's too long. Like four, no, wait, I'm tripping. Like that was like 3 years ago, 2 years, 3 years ago. Still a minute ago. I'll go downtown. I'm on my skateboard actually, and I'm just walking. I walk by this club, and this little short joint, she just all on me, and I'm like, okay, cool, she with it. So that's just where I left it at, because I'm trying to really meet a lot of women, but she just stood out because she made herself extra. She made herself stand out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to segue into one of these videos. So with her, I didn't have to really flirt much or have sexual tension at that point. I really wasn't. I mean, I was kind of because I smashed her and then I smashed another girl the very next day. That I think she might have moved because I don't be seeing her no more. I haven't seen her in some time. I didn't even realize that. I ain't see her in a minute. I see her damn a couple times. I don't know where she's at now. I remember the next day outside seeing a chick leggings and her fat, and I just was so I just knew kind of how to flirt. I'm not gonna make it seem like I kind of, but what it wanted to add more knowledge in my mind on this because when it comes to flirting, there is a lot that I don't know. I wanted to clean that up, making it a clean is associated with flirt tension. Really opened my eyes. I didn't even break the touch barrier with the chick town that was all on me and stuff. I think that day changed numbers, and then when I met up with her, she told me that you know some encouraging her to get the cat to come over. That was my way of like when you come over sexual, we're gonna we're gonna touch basically. Kino wasn't done when she came over. We we a little bit. It's fruit bowl shit, foods, and ate and talked. Randomly brought it up about the massage shit, and we just got to it. You know what I mean? It just went. It just escalated. Things escalated. You know. But you'll have these type of women here and there make themselves super vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? There's women that just are into you just because. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like that. That's. I mean, I wouldn't say it don't happen so often because it do. Because I was just talking to myself outside about this. I'm like, even guys who girls think are ugly still got a chance at moving the queen on the chest. You can still move the queen, which is flirtation and sexual tension. You still could do that at any moment in life. For all you kids that's in school right now, you could do that to the baddest chick in your school right now. You know, Miami the kid is always doing that. His flirtation is high. Duke Dennis flirtation is high. And all the um guys you watch on YouTube, they're except for me, my flirtation was ass, but it's getting better now. But that's why they're getting more women than you, unless they're using their money or some shit. But I don't even think that's like people be saying that money is what's making guys get women, but I beg to differ, bro, because of course it adds that extra comfort, which is the king's defense. The king's defense on the chessboard is the king is intimacy and closing the date, which any loser could get intimacy or close a date with a female. I ain't even gonna say get intimacy. They could close a date. Some dates. They're not gonna close all of them, but some dates. A loser could close one date per. Okay, every month a loser could close like two dates if he really tried to work on his game. 2 dates, 3 dates per. And that's good per month. 2 dates, 3 dates. That's like a date per week almost. So a loser could do that in my opinion. And when I say loser, just a guy who totally just thinks he's fat, he don't believe in himself, he might have a 9 to 5, which really he not really a loser. You feel me? He just think he a loser, which that's what I'm calling a loser. Um, but that doesn't even make you a loser by thinking you're a loser. Nothing really makes a person a loser because it's a mindset, it's a mind state that women are attracted to or not. And then all the shit we're talking about, which is the fundamentals. Um, So anyway, flirtation and sexual tension is the queen. The queen is very dynamic. It moves anywhere, anytime. If you move it, you can just. It's the most powerful. You dig what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to get across to y'all right now. I don't know if y'all getting that from this, but that's what I'm trying to say. When in doubt, move your queen. When in doubt, move your queen. If you don't know what to text her back, well, email me or DM me and ask me what should I say to this, and I will help y'all. But uh all that shit you see that you think is really fly shit, it's the queen. It's whoever your dating coach is, they're moving the queen. Whenever you watch Miami the Kid walking on the beach, just talking to a bad bitch, he's moving his queen. He's creating sexual tension and flirtation. That's literally what he's doing. And it looked different coming from every person, so you would never pick up on what they putting down. But it's the same. It's the chest. It's the same piece. That's just that piece. Now it might be the knight or the queen because the knight is also associated with the neg or the push pull. But if you're using your knight and you're using your queen, or was it the bishop? If you're using the push pull and the neg and you're using your queen, those are all flirty, bantery type of areas. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like all of this stuff is the same. It's in the same bag. You know what I'm saying? It's all in the same bag. And if I neg a chick saying, "Oh, you look like my sister. I can't date my sister." That's a beautiful neg. I really hit a chick with some shit like that, and she was just she it made her putty in my hands where every other guy was kind of like just like some regular other guy trying. Because when I first seen her, I was like, damn, you fine. I was like, wait. I was like, you kind of look like my aunt though. And she was like, your aunt. I was like, yeah, bro, that's crazy. And I really just went with it because I was honest. It was an honest neg. But I noticed that I had leverage more than every other guy for the rest of the since the time I knew her. I probably knew her for a couple months after that. And it was an honest neg, which is like the knight or the bishop, one of those, like I said. So if you're using negs and you're using push pull, like you look good. However, you also look kind of bad. I don't know. Pushing, pulling and pushing. You cute yet devious. You cute yet just put an adjective in there, a description, an adjective. You cute yet fancy. You could tease a girl about being fancy. Oh, you fancy, huh? You could tease a girl about being fancy. Push pull, a pull push, or push pull. You could do it either way. And what is this all to do? To stimulate. Like a fire. You got to rub your hands together to get a fire, right? That's all you're trying to do. Spark something. And I'm trying to use visual confirmation so y'all could really get that into y'all mind. Because that's what on the chessboard you're trying to do, stimulate your opponent. You want her to come to you or you want to checkmate her. One of the two. You either want her to bring it to you or you want to checkmate her. Either way it go, you want to overcome the odds of adversity, meaning being like everybody else and not being attractive. You should go in knowing 98% of guys are not attractive, which gives you a crazy advantage if you subscribe to my channel. But I'm gonna read what I said. I got about 4 points on here. I said, in my opinion, the queen and the knight are the only two that I don't know what I didn't put that right there, but the only two that kind of like again create that tension or create that spark, and they're the only two that again you can use. There's three: the opener, which is a pawn, which isn't worth shit, because and it's a casualty on the chessboard. It's something you push forward just because you're weak. Get out there, and then watch this shit get taken immediately. What she's gonna respond quick, right? Oh, hi, I'm doing good. Hi, because she's like, it's no threat right here. It's fucking pawn. But you could checkmate a chick in 2 moves, 3 moves. Um, just like a real chess game. So what you want to do is understand that the knight, the pawn, and the queen can all be moved quickly. Well, the queen could be moved if you move one of the inner pawns. You can move the queen out like that. Um, the king you want to protect, which is the comfort and the date. It's the king isn't the comfort or the date. The king is the date or the crush, the link up. You either gonna crush or you gonna link up. You want to protect that. That's the king. You get me? You want to protect that. So I'm putting y'all in a state of mind where y'all could easily see this shit and give y'all something to really analyze with because I'm a visual learner, so it'd been better if I was taught this way. But the link up and the date you want to protect that. That's the king. But the king's defense is different than the king. The king's defense is comfort and trust, which again, guys ain't. That's gonna take. Okay, let me put it like this to y'all. If you can't flirt and build sexual tension, then you're gonna be scared to keynote, which you shouldn't be. But the typical guy, the way the United States kind of built people is to be scared to touch people that they don't feel like they really know. So it's like you're not gonna really touch her. Now you could get that out the way quick, which I recommend. You go up to a female and you introduce yourself and oh, I'm Will. What's your name? I always do that. Breaking that right there. Because remember, they're human beings still at the end of the day. So you don't want to hug a stranger. You don't want to act like you know a stranger and shit like that. You want to do formal relationship. Like, oh, I'm Will. What's your name? Oh, Cynthia. Nice to meet you, Cynthia. I like that name. Da 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 da. um, and you want to understand that each chess move, because that would be an opener, there's going to be this gap there that is between you and your next move. Because she might say something off of just the opener, or she may just let it, the gap come in and wait for you to continue to lead. But you don't want to be led. So there's three things that could happen right there, but you want to cut one off if that one was to grow legs and try to walk, which was her leading. Now it's okay if she leads here and there because that shows interest, high interest. But you don't want to fall into a pattern where she's every time y'all link up, she's just leading the whole thing. So I would say you want to do some pattern interrupts with that shit, or just think strategically and different than other guys. Think outside the box to make sure that shit don't live. But anyway, I said I'm on a mission to just build tension, learn how to flirt in everyday interactions because, in my opinion, that's the only way things. That's the only thing. I ain't say the only way. That's the only thing, right? Building tension is the only thing, bro. When you see Duke Dennison videos with Gio or any female, that's what their woman is feeling. You think they're like getting rizzed up, but what they're feeling is tension, which is stress. Um, that's what is associated with every sexual situation, some type of stress. That's why women be like, you're not applying pressure, because the word pressure, the synonym is stress. You're not making me feel anything. You're not making me nervous. It's better to make a chick nervous than to even make her like you. Steve Dedeen always say, don't make her like you, make her nervous. Or he don't say make her nervous. He don't say that directly, but he said, I don't want to make her like me. But when you make a chick nervous, it's the best place to have her. And that's the only place I want y'all to have her. But you can't do that if you're not doing this flirtation and building sexual tension. But guys they don't know how to build sexual tension, but it's literally just flirting. Eye contact could work. It's certain other things that could get it. But you really want to focus on what this video is geared towards the words that you're saying. I want y'all to be flirting. And don't try to be like nobody else. That's why I want this video to be original, because I want it to leave you to your own vices. Because when you try to be like Miami the Kid or somebody, what's going to happen is you'll learn some fundamentals, but you'll never really grow sincerely. You know what I mean? You won't grow sincerely. I said flirting outshines all the other things. So your queen, yeah, it outshines all the other things. I mean, you could start off just flirting. You don't even gotta open a chick. Yeah, you could open her with a flirt. Open plus flirt. Hey, I'm Will. Um, then you go into your flirt right there. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. A chick just texted me and she said, cause I text her. I met her like last week at a gas station, and I text her as soon as I got home. What's up, baby girl? And no response. I think I just looked at her message yesterday and was like, damn, she ain't never respond. It was like she was mad nice in person, like super too nice. She wanted to hug me and everything. I ain't even hug her though, cause I was like, you feel me? We gonna save that. You feel me? Like I could have hugged her and everything, but I'm like, all right, fuck it. She ain't never respond. Cool. Texting other females, right? But what happened was she hit me up. I just seen it like an hour ago, and she said, why am I just seeing this or something like that? Or why did they just let this come through or something like that? So I text her back and I said something like, I think I said something like Instagram trying to hold us apart or something like that. You see the humor? Instagram was trying to hold us apart, but they couldn't hold. I said something like I don't even remember for real, but it was definitely a flirt. And what I think is that people who are really good with women that I seen in high school and shit, they would just flirt every time they seen her, basically. So they skip all the bullshit. Like they just flirt every time they seen her. So they literally built a reputation as a flirt. And that's what guys is kind of like not able to do. That's why I say that was the weakest part of my game because I always got women because they'd be like, "Oh, he's cute," or "Oh, he da da," and then it'd just be like kind of like that. So I would never gain that access to that flirty side because I was like, I would do little flirts, but I wouldn't really know how to really just keep that shit up there like that. But like Miami the Kid, every time if he's around a female in the same proximity, he's gonna say something. But because the game ain't always flirting, I don't want to be contradictory, but it's like it's many different things, but it's not many different things. Like it's like okay, being on your purpose makes it easier because then you can flirt. You got constant access to people because you're doing some shit. You're not weird. You got plausible deniability, so you're in the situation for a reason, which signals that you're special or of some type of importance. And then it makes it easy because you're already in connection to the people to just say and do whatever you feel like saying and doing and getting away with it, if that makes any sense. Because if you're not on your purpose, it makes it a little strange because you're kind of just lingering, which you don't want to do. Sometimes I still linger though. Like I'll be at like I said, like a Chipotle or like some type of store. I might be out front, you know, but I try to like get away from that shit sometimes. That shit not cool. To me, it's straight sometime though. The queen is the most dynamic piece on the board. It controls much, and so you want to keep the sexual tension high, like on a stove. She'll cook faster. That's the end of this video. She'll cook faster, man. That's all it is. And when I'm texting this female, like I'm just trying to keep that shit there. Like I told you, you got one dimensional flirting, two dimensional flirting, three dimensional flirting, and four dimensional flirting. And you kind of want to nodulate between those three or four. And you kind of want to lead her towards the date or the link. Now the goal is um keeping the sexual tension high because somebody fooled the citizens out here, got y'all thinking that sex is evil and you should want to just like go on a date first or be hold the door first or some shit. But it's like, nah, man, nah. Where was this date shit at when we was in high school? Where was that shit at then? Oh, you're not in high school no more. I don't give a fuck. Who cares? See what I'm saying? So if I make $1 million, I still gotta take women on dates? Probably not, right? The rules change and they change for whatever what reason. But I'm telling you, you could be rich in game. You don't need money. You could be rich in many different things. Masculinity. You could be rich in thought. You could be rich in heart, purpose, health, wealth. You could be, all of these things gonna make you more attractive, and which is gonna give you benefits that ain't other guys ain't getting. So game is like it's ambidextrous, left hand, right hand. It's like on this hand, you could tighten up on your game every day, and you're definitely gonna fuck. Or you could tighten up over here, which is working on your purpose, get your money up, go to church, get your health up, get your wealth up. These different things I just named, come smarter, you know what I'm saying? And they both are kind of like pushing P, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, I mean, there's no way to lose except for to lose, you know what I'm saying? if that makes any fucking sense. From that point, you just got to pick the right females. Cause I'm really had to break it down to myself. I'm like, bro, your weakest point was probably your flirting. You wasn't a good flirt. Cause you can't protect your frame either if you're not a good flirt. Because when you have a frame battle with a female, you're gonna look soft because you're not making the only way out is to make it okay. Women are all different. So if you're talking to a chick you think is ugly or something, you could protect your frame because you're not attracted. But if you're attracted even in the slightest form, that gives her power. So at that point, she's just gonna use that. You feel me? Like she's gonna make you more nervous than she is because you can't. She's basically better than you in social dynamics. She get way more attention than you probably. She's just better than you. She's more better than you at that. So which I'm not telling y'all to go head up with women, but I'm just saying like you gotta be witty and banter like as soon as they try to question you as a man, like or anything about you. Like if they be like, oh, because I remember I'm thinking back to high school. This girl told me, where you been living under a rock? Like even something like that. Like it's like yeah, they're joking, they're being funny, and they're being like actually nice and just being kind, but they're still saying something that if you wanted to, you could flip this shit or say some shit to make them more attractive if you wanted to. You could say something witty back, something very witty back, and just get them to just see you as powerful at that point. So every interaction is a chess game, and it's a door in which you can open if you like. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely flip the switch of attraction in any interaction, and you just have to be able to read the room and read what's happening and kind of calibrate the move in your mind, and then just give it to them. Here, it's a gift from me to you called True Attraction. You know what I'm saying? And like I told y'all could send these through voice messages, through text, through video, through FaceTime, and just flirt with them, banter with them, tease them. And I'm trying to show y'all because it is a measurement. Because why is it a measurement? Because I seen a video in Miami talk to this girl on FaceTime, and he first thing he asked her, he said, "Yo, you playing with your cat?" You know, like shit like that, right? It's annoying, right? That little brother effect, like that. Like I said, it's that banter, which is like the night, the nag or the push pull. It's in that territory. So relationships is funny to me because it's literally like an Easter egg hunt. Because like if you think about certain people, you'll be like, damn, I'm already at this point with this female, but I'm just kind of like, I met I met more new females, so it's kind of confusing you day by day because you're like, I'm meeting new females, so I'm starting off from square one with them, but I'm already here with her, but she's still flaky a little bit because my game was off. So you gotta kind of like find this new position for yourself where you can hit both targets at the same time because the answer is different for them new women that's coming in fresh than it is for the women that you already been talking to when you ain't had no fucking game. So what you gotta do is measure it. Like, okay, with this chick, I just gotta probably tell her to pull up and do a little bit of keynote. Like literally, I'm thinking it's about a female right now. Like I probably tell her to pull up, do a little bit of keynote, cause I that's probably where we left off. They never touch her type shit for real, And then it's like two other females, y'all are at the beginning where you met them around the same time. Y'all are texting on Instagram, and you either gonna get them on a date or the link, which is the king. That's the king. The king is the date or the link. Remember that. And the king's defense is comfort and trust. But you can't bring a female to comfort and trust, and this is my personal opinion, if there's no banter if there's no which is the night or push pull or nagging. And I'll even throw conversation in there because like sometimes you don't need to do all that. Sometimes you just need to text her back. You're letting like it's okay to let awkward silences and pauses happen throughout the day when you texting, but I feel like I don't know. I don't want to talk on that because I think awkward spaces and gaps are they could be relevant and irrelevant both. So you gotta kind of use your own intellect with that because like I text women back when I feel like it. But when I text them back, I'm making sure that I'm hitting the target. So that way nothing's being lost. In fact, they may be more interested. Like, oh, he texted me back on his own time and he know what to say. So it's kind of like it go like that. It could go like that. So don't think about the time. Think about the impact of the message. And like I said, different women are at different points with that you got them at. You gotta find a point like an Easter egg hunt that you're at with that specific female, and then send a specific message that is meant for that female. Cause like, okay, if I want to get her over and do some keno, I might just set up a date or to go out and get slushies or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or with the other chicks that I barely ever linked up with after the number, I could set up a slushy date with them too. Slushies, I think they got slushies at McDonald's for like $5 or some shit. I don't know, bro, but you don't want to go broke either. I'm trying to tell you, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But so I say it helps when you got a job. This shit is easier, or you got. I mean, I got a side hustle I'm working on, but I'm about to end this video. My video has been getting longer for some reason. But anyway, yeah, the queen is super dynamic in the night. You combine those two chess pieces together, and you just focus on those two chess pieces. You can actually checkmate your opponent based on your calibration. I guess that's what I call it, development on the chessboard. You develop the pieces on the board. You move them forward. And so that's what you want to do. So like this video, let me know what y'all think down below. These are my calculations on the queen, which is flirtation and sexual tension, and the knight, or maybe it was the bishop, connecting to banter, teasing, push pull. They're kind of the same. People get them confused because if you tease a female in class, your teacher will say, "Stop flirting." So banter is flirting, but it's also a little bit different. You feel me? Like flirting is more romantic. It's more like it's like to me, it's more devious. It's like letting a female really know you really trying to crush without saying that. And banter is like, it's like, do he like me or no? It's like, it's like banter is like I said, like that little annoying little brother is like, aha, you lost. Or now you might not be that rude, but just like banter is just like, yeah, it is kind of like that though. It's like saying some obnoxious or exaggerating something like if she like to walk, you say some shit like, oh, you love walking, huh? You should try out for like the Olympics. Now I'm just being a dickhead, but no, that's really what banter is. Being a dickhead is it's just being funny. It's being an asshole. But flirting and building sexual tension is a little. It's definitely a different thing. It's like it's no confusion about do he like me or not. It's they know you like them, but you're just that good to where you can make it known and still get away with it because you're flirting. If you weren't flirting, it'd kind of be like, ew. There'd be no swag on it. You know what I mean? So I don't know if y'all understand that shit fully, but we're gonna talk more about it in the future, man. See you on the next video.